Chris with the Hypercats Network, and today I wanted to show you my spray booth slash paint curing oven. This is something that I made so that I could get spray paints and fiberglass to dry when it's below 70 degrees. I can use this in the garage when it's 0 degrees or 10 below. So it's pretty handy for being able to spray paint still in the garage when it's too cold out. So this is basically insulated styrofoam. Actually, I think it's like a fiberglass filled foam, but it's got this foil backing on it, and it's 4 feet long by 2 feet tall by 2 feet deep. So I use 2 sheets of this, 2 4x8 sheets. So there's, 2 by 4 all the way around it is 1 sheet, and then you need 1 sheet for a 2 by 2 square and a 2 by 2 square. And then it's held together basically with drywall screws and 1 by 2s. And then it's got some things in it that help it cure the paint. So if we slide the door off here, I just put a little lip on the front, a lip on the top and a lip on the bottom here, so then I can put the door on. But this is an old space heater and a window fan. And what I do is I'll turn the window fan on, and then you can turn the space heater on, and then that gets the heat flowing across the box. Or you can turn it on and let it heat out. If it's too cold in the garage, if it's 0 degrees, you can turn the space heater on, close the door, and then wait 5 minutes while it heats up the air in here, and then come out and spray. So it's pretty handy. I've got a collection of little blocks that I can prop things up on. So, for example, if I had a Nerf gun that I needed to paint, set it up, and then take your spray paints, and then just kind of, spray it, do whatever. Put the lid on, and let it sit. A lot of the Rust-Oleum paints cure in 3 to 5 minutes, enough to put a second coat on. I usually give it, 5 to 10 minutes, but you can come out, do a coat, wait 5 minutes, come out and do another coat, and it's dry enough where it's not, too tacky as long as you're putting on light coats. So that's pretty nice for if I want to, paint different sides. I can stack things up. I've got little different elevation things, so if I needed a different angle or if I had to get it that way. The other nice thing is I have a lot of electric fence wire. You can get a spool of it at the farm implement store. It's basically this stuff. Comes in a big long spool. You can cut it off with a pair of end nippers. But what I have here is just a series of hooks that I can use to hang things. And this little D-clip type ring loop is on most of the Nerf guns. So the nice thing is I can hang a Nerf gun here and then spray it and actually turn it over here with one hand while I spray with the other hand. So this way I can get almost full coverage. This one's not normally here, I'll just move that. But this way I can get, really good coverage all the way around without having to touch the part, or without having it rest on something. Like if you've got spray paint on this side and you want to paint the other side, you got it like this and you paint it, and you want to flip it over and paint this side. If it's still tacky, it's going to stick to whatever you set it on. So it's good to have it hanging up this way so you can spray. And then my current project is the Devil May Cry amulets, and we're making a lot of those right now. So the rest of this hook series is actually for me to hang the gemstones, and those kind of look like this. It's an odd shape, and I'm putting a clear coat on it, so I don't want to set it down and then spray it and then flip it over, because clear coat takes a long time. The gloss clear coat takes a long time to cure, and you don't want to set it down and get it all scratched up. So what I did was I made a series of these little prongs to hold the gemstones, and then what I can do is I can take one of these and put it in here, hang it up just like that. And then I can do, right now I can spray up to 5 at a time, but then I'll, put all those in. And then I can spray and turn it and just put a thin coat on without having to set it down or do one side and then wait for it to dry and set it down and do the other, flip it over or whatever. So this is actually really cheap and easy to make, probably under $50 total. If you've already got a space heater and fan, most people already have a space heater and a fan. You just need a box cutter to cut this and whatever saw to cut these down to size. But pretty easy to make. You can do it in an afternoon. But now that the weather's getting nice, I'll use it more as a spray booth than a paint curing oven. There's some things that need to be improved. I'd like to put a fan either in the back or the top, but for right now I just wanted the airflow coming this way. This plastic bag here is just so that when it gets full, if I do a lot of spray painting and I've got a lot of overspray in the box here, I can replace this sheet. It would be nice to have, replaceable all on the other 5 sides. That would keep the dust and the dried particulate down. But otherwise, it's pretty easy to make. I think this is just a trash bag that I cut up and just had, weighted down, and that works fine. Every time this gets dirty, I just replace it and throw another one in. So that's my spray booth. Definitely try to make one if it's something you need for your area. Thanks for watching.